Ralphie, we're waiting. Oh, come on, Mom. Right now.
One of the most beloved holiday movies of all time, A Christmas Story from 1983. You know the movie, the leg lamp, the BB gun, the tongue stuck to the pole, all the stuff that somehow became a permanent part of Christmas culture. But even if you've watched this movie every year since you were a kid, trust me, there's a ton of behind-the-scenes secrets you probably never heard before. So in today's video, we're talking about 20 hidden facts about A Christmas Story that'll make you love this film even more. Let's get started. Fact 1. The movie was based on real stories. Believe it or not, A Christmas Story wasn't just made up out of thin air. The whole movie is based on a collection of semi-autobiographical stories written by humorist Gene Shepard. Shepard grew up in Indiana, and many of the childhood events in the film actually happened to him, or at least they were inspired by real moments from his life. The BB gun obsession, the annoying kid bullies, even the strange family traditions came from Shepard's memories. That's why the movie feels so authentic and relatable. It wasn't written by someone trying to imagine what childhood was like. It was written by someone who lived it. And even better, Shepard actually narrates the movie himself, giving it that perfect, nostalgic vibe. Fact 2. The director also made Porky's. This might surprise a lot of people. The director of A Christmas Story, Bob Clark, is the same guy who directed Porky's, one of the wildest, raunchiest comedies of the early 80s. Imagine going from making a movie full of adult jokes to making one of the sweetest, most wholesome Christmas movies ever. It's a crazy contrast. Bob Clark said he always wanted to make a family movie that felt honest and warm and not overly Hollywood fake. And guess what? He nailed it. A Christmas Story became his most iconic film ever. Fact 3. Ralphie wore real vintage clothes. Actor Peter Billingsley, who played Ralphie, wasn't wearing costume replicas. Almost every outfit he wears, the wool sweaters, the too tight clothes, the winter gear, actually came from real 1940s clothing supplies. The costume team searched thrift stores and wardrobe warehouses to find authentic pieces. That's why the clothing doesn't look brand new or designed. It looks lived in. It looks like something real kids actually wore back then. It adds so much to the charm of the movie without you ever noticing it. Fact 4. The famous leg lamp was custom made. One of the most iconic props in movie history, the ridiculous leg lamp, did not exist before this film. It wasn't a real product, it wasn't from a store catalog, and it wasn't based on anything except Gene Shepard's imagination. The prop team designed the lamp completely from scratch. They actually built 3 versions of the lamp so they could break it during filming. Today you can buy copies everywhere, but the original concept came totally from this movie. And yes, those original lamps? Sadly, all destroyed during production. Fact 5. The movie was filmed in 2 different places. Even though the story takes place in Indiana, the movie itself was filmed in 2 main locations. Cleveland, Ohio for outdoor scenes. Toronto, Canada for most indoor scenes. The exterior of Ralphie's house is in Cleveland, and today it's a real museum you can visit. The snowy street, the school, and the Higbee's department store were all Cleveland locations. But the inside of the house, that was all shot in Toronto on a soundstage. So the house you see outside is completely different from the one inside. Movie magic. Fact 6. The tongue stuck to the pole was a trick. One of the most unforgettable scenes is when Flick sticks his tongue to the frozen metal pole and gets stuck. But no, the actor's real tongue wasn't actually frozen to metal. The crew used a hidden suction tube inside the pole. When the actor touched his tongue to it, the suction gently pulled and held it in place. It looked painful, it sounded painful, and it absolutely traumatized every kid who watched it, but it was totally safe. Fact 7. The movie almost never got made. This might shock you. Almost every major studio rejected the script. They said it was too weird, too slow, too nostalgic, or not commercial enough. Eventually, MGM agreed to fund it, but only on a very small budget. The studio expected it to disappear after a quick holiday release. Instead, it grew into one of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time. Sometimes the movie studios don't believe and end up becoming classics. Fact 8. The BB gun was a special edition model. Ralphie's dream gift, the Red Ryder BB gun, was a real product. but the exact model he wanted never actually existed the way he described it in the movie. The line about the compass in the stock and the thing that tells time, that was created for the film. To match the script, Daisy, the BB gun manufacturer, made special custom guns just for filming. Today, fans still hunt for those rare replicas. Fact 9. The actor who played Farkas was super nice in real life. Scut Farkas, the yellow-eyed bully, is one of the most memorable villains in kids' movies. But in real life, actor Zach Ward was actually very friendly and kind. He said filming the bully scenes felt almost awkward because he didn't like being mean to the other kids. Off camera, he played and joked around with the cast. Funny enough, people still recognize him today and say lines from the movie to him. Imagine living your whole life being known as the kid with scary yellow eyes. Fact 10. The fudge scene took a long time to film. You know the scene where Ralphie drops the lug nuts and says fudge but not really fudge? That moment took many takes because the actors kept laughing. The director wanted it to feel natural, like something that would really happen to a kid trying to impress his dad. The close-up shot of Ralphie's mouth took especially long because they had to match it with a narration. Simple scene, complicated filming. Fact 11. Most of the snow was fake. Even though the movie looks freezing, a lot of the snow was actually artificial. Production used shredded plastic, soap foam, and even firefighter foam machines. Real snow only appeared in a few scenes. The cast said sometimes the fake snow smelled weird or stuck to their clothes like glue. But on camera, it looks perfect. Fact 12. Peter Billingsley still has the pink bunny suit. The legendary pink bunny pajamas, one of the funniest parts of the movie, weren't just a throwaway gag. Peter Billingsley kept one of the original suits as a souvenir. He said it's one of the most embarrassing yet memorable costumes he's ever worn. Fans still ask him about it during interviews. It's basically the symbol of every weird gift kids have ever been forced to wear. Fact 13. The Parker House is now a real museum. In 2006, a fan bought the Real Cleveland house used for the exterior shots and restored it to look exactly like the movie. Inside the museum, you can walk into Ralphie's room, see the leg lamp in the window, visit the backyard where the BB gun scenes were shot, and even stay overnight in the house. It's one of the coolest movie-themed tourist spots in the U.S. Fact 14. The actress who played the mom improvised a lot. Melinda Dillon, who played Ralphie's mom, added a ton of natural warmth to the film. Many of her reactions, like the gentle way she handled arguments or comforted Ralphie, weren't in the script. The director encouraged her to act like a real 1940s mom. She used a soft voice, caring gestures, and subtle humor that made her character feel totally genuine. Her performance is one of the reasons the movie feels so cozy and real. Fact 15. The Christmas dinner scene was a last-minute idea. The hilarious final scene at the Chinese restaurant was barely in the script. The filmmakers knew they needed a fun ending, but they weren't sure what it should be. Bob Clark remembered a childhood story about a ruined turkey and a last-minute dinner elsewhere, so the crew came up with the Chinese restaurant sequence. The FRRA singing wasn't scripted, it just happened naturally on set. And now, it's one of the most iconic moments in the whole movie. Fact 16. The movie was not a big hit at first. Although it's a Christmas classic today, A Christmas Story was only a moderate success in 1983. It earned money, but it wasn't a blockbuster. The film actually became famous years later when TV channels started showing it every December. It grew slowly, then became legendary. By the late 90s, it was considered one of the greatest holiday movies ever made. Not bad for a small movie nobody expected to last. Fact 17. The kids really ate that oatmeal gruel at school. During the school cafeteria scenes, the kids weren't pretending to eat. They really ate the sloppy oatmeal mixture on their trays. They said it tasted terrible and got cold quickly. But the director wanted real reactions, so he kept filming as they pushed the food around. Childhood trauma caught on camera. Fact 18. The school used in the movie no longer exists. The school in the film Warren G. Harding Elementary in Toronto was torn down years later. What remains from filming are the memories, behind-the-scenes photos, and a few bricks saved by fans. Many locals still remember the production crew filming there in the early 80s. Fact 19. The movie was shot in just a few weeks. Even though the film looks detailed and polished, production lasted only a short time. The schedule was tight, the budget was small, and the team had to work fast. They filmed outdoor Cleveland scenes in the cold, indoor Toronto scenes right after, and narration added last. It was a quick, efficient production, but the final product feels like a carefully crafted masterpiece. Fact 20. The movie created a 24-hour Christmas tradition. In the 1990s, a TV channel started airing A Christmas Story on a 24-hour loop every Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. What started as a fun idea became a huge tradition across America. Families leave it on in the background while celebrating, cooking, or opening gifts. The movie officially became part of Christmas itself. And honestly, it deserves it. So there you go, 20 hidden facts about A Christmas Story that make this beloved Christmas classic even more magical. If you grew up watching this movie, hopefully you learned something new today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me your favorite moment from A Christmas Story. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one.